What we're talking about today is our website and how sometimes inadvertently we are giving the wrong impression to the right people, and we end up not getting any conversions or no sales, no leads. At the end of the day, we have like 5 to 7 seconds to have a favorable first impression to people who first come and visit our website. That's it. If you have not given them the right brand message, if not the right impression in those 5 to 7 seconds, then they're off. They're gone. That first impression is super important, and I've talked about that in the past. But what happens after you have kind of succeeded in keeping them on there? So it's after that 5 to 7 second mark, you have captured their interest enough, they're there for a reason, but now what you need to do is convince them that you are the one that they want to be working with. And you want to either get them into your newsletter list or sign up for a program or a free consultation, whatever your call to action might be. What we have to do at that point is we might have attracted them with that first impression, but now part B is to make sure that they are given the right impression. There's a big difference between that, because you might have a beautifully designed website, you might have masterful copy for your marketing, everything might on the surface look really good. But I'm going to share with you what happened to a client of mine, a brand new person who came to me and said, I don't know what I'm doing wrong. There's just no conversions, there's nothing happening on my website. Now, to caveat this a little bit is that more recently she has changed her industry. So she was doing this particular industry and doing a whole bunch of tasks within that industry. And she recently decided to kind of narrow down that niche and take one of those tasks that she was really good at and really enjoyed doing, and decided to narrow down her business and make it more about that one offering that she can do. And so when she did that, zero, it was crickets on her website. What I did was I actually did a website review for her, initial website review. And what I do when I do these reviews, they're both in a written format, and then I do an hour-long follow-up phone call with the client to explain my reasoning behind all of that. What I do when I first I'm told that, hey, I want you to kind of take a look at my website, I look at it from a brand new, fresh perspective with no preconceived notions as to who this person is, what is it that they're offering. And I absorb what I'm witnessing as a third-party person and what impression I am getting when I go to that website. What is it that I am getting the idea that they do, and who do they work with, what do they specialize in, and that kind of stuff. And then I'll talk to the client in more in depth and ask the client, okay, so what is your intention with the website? Like, who is it that you want to attract? Who is your ideal client? And what kind of impression do you want to have on them? And in the industry, it's called brand positioning. How do you want to be positioned in front of that ideal client? How do you want people to think of you as? And so once I have that information, then I go back and I do a more thorough analysis and review of the website. And what happened with this one particular client is that I immediately realized that there was a disconnect between what I was looking at and what her intention was, what her brand positioning should be. So one of the things that immediately caught my attention was that in her industry, in this new niche, as well as the old, but in the new niche, what her clients are going to be expecting from her, what they're looking for, the prospects are looking for when they come to her website, is they want to know, is she's really detailed orientated? Is she meticulous with planning and organizing? Is she somebody that they can trust to get the job done? Is she responsible? Does she have a systemized approach into fulfilling the deliverables that are needed? Can they be guaranteed that she's going to be on time and on budget? Is she going to get the job done hassle free? That's what the prospective client is looking for. They want to kind of see, are they making this investment with the right person? When I went to the website, I got a completely different message. What I got was somebody who was very fun and a very free spirit. The colors were very playful and fun. The logo didn't at all, like the business name, didn't at all match what the new business niche was going to be. And there was like a rainbow of colors being used, very bright and very fun colors. And my initial impression when I went to that website was that, you know, she was more like an entertainer or a kid's entertainer, something that really, you know, that brand impression was very bright and colorful and fun. And then when I went to the About Us page, it enforced that initial impression where the photos of this person were not at all professional, down to earth, you know, your detail oriented kind of person. They actually gave me the impression that this person was an on-stage performer, a Broadway artist, a singer, an entertainer, you know, something like that. At the end of the day, what we had was wrong colors being used. The colors were not giving me the right impression as to what kind of service and experience I would have working with her. The wrong imagery was being used. It was all very fun and playful and entertainment orientated. It did not give me any kind of an impression that this person was a planner and an organizer, somebody who is meticulous with their details. As we know, there's our right brain and our left brain, right? And so there's the creative side, and then there's the analytical side. And all I saw on this website was all about the creative side, where a prospective client would be looking for the analytical side of that person. Also, the fonts that were being used were very, you know, a bit on the childish side, a little bit amateurish. It looked a little bit homemade. And so again, that didn't really depict that sense of, I found the right person. I know I'm going to get the job perfectly done when I come to this website. And so I had a conversation with her after that. I wrote everything out in the report, and then our follow-up hour-long conversation, and I explained to her my findings, and it was interesting how what she wanted to do is that she as a person is very fun. She loves to be on stage. She is kind of does have that entertainment kind of a quality to her. That's what people experience when they're with her. So in her mind, she was bringing forward her personality. And there's absolutely nothing wrong with that, especially if her business was actually in the entertainment world, then it would have been a perfect match. But what she didn't realize was that it was giving too much of that entertainment personality and brand impression, that brand positioning, and not enough of what people can actually expect to get from her if they hired her. Once she realized it, once it was brought to her attention, she hired us to actually redo her complete branding and website, where at first she thought that, all she needed was just to kind of move the, where she had positioned her free giveaway online form. It was just too low down on the page. And so she just wanted our help, and getting it higher up to the top of the page was going to make all the difference in the world with her conversions. And once I brought this to her attention about, okay, you're giving the wrong impression right off the bat, so you're not going to be getting people into your list who are your prospective clients. As entrepreneurs and business owners, we get caught up in this personal branding, in this branding that we're told to do. All the marketers are saying, oh yeah, you got to infuse your personality into it. That's what's going to showcase your USP. That's what's going to stand you apart from your competitors. And yes, that is absolutely what's going to happen. But you have to make sure that you don't do so much of that you're counterbalancing the intention of your website. That's my kind of homework for you, is to look and see, is your website giving your ideal client the right impression? It might be the right impression for you as far as you thinking that it's depicting your personality okay, but is that enough for your ideal client, your prospective client, to see what they're willing to invest in. Are they going to get what they want out of it? If you want any help with that, I do website analysis, and in a written format, and in an hour-long discussion afterwards, just to kind of give you, okay, well, this is my third-party perspective. I don't have any objectives other than to get you positioned in a way that will best deliver you in front of your ideal clients and get you those leads and those conversions that you're looking for. And so, hey, if you are liking these kinds of e-tips, go to evisionmedia.ca to subscribe to our newsletter, and you'll get alerted for all of the materials that we create every week to help entrepreneurs and small business owners build the business that they love. And that's it for today. If you have any questions at all, please go ahead and post them. Have a fantastic day, everybody, and I will catch you next time. Bye for now.